Gooi.
Hi, welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Set. I'm Vern.
I'm Vic, and welcome to the DEFCON Rugby Show on this beautiful, glorious Monday. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, Vern. Every day is a good day. People have been asking me the whole weekend, why am I always so positive? Because for me, every day is Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Easter, Thanksgiving. It's all on one day, every day for me, 365 days a year. Because life is beautiful, man, even if you're a Sharks fan.
I think you've got a vibrator stuck up your ass.
Wait. No, look, I'm a kind of guy, you give me lemons, I make lemonade. You give me a glass that's half full for half empty, I call it half full. That's just the way I am, man. I can't help it that I'm positive.
It's true.
You know?
And you get upset with those people that are negative. I realize that.
No, negative people get to me. My wife has just come home. I can hear her in the background. And we're going to have a little fondue this evening, which is going to be nice. But hey, let's start, guys. Let's start. Vern, what level are we on the DEFCON scale here?
I'm pretty chilled out today, man.
Huh?
I'm chilled out. I think DEFCON 5.
I think we've got to be at least at DEFCON 3 because we've got to talk about Plumtree.
Well, that's you. But you asked me what DEFCON 5 is.
So I think we're on DEFCON 3 there.
Yeah. As a Stormers fan,
it's all calm.
All calm.
It's beautiful there. It is beautiful. So we're going to talk about the Cape Town 7's. That was fantastic yesterday. I really enjoyed that. Then the Champions Cup, Investec Cup, whatever you want to call it. Then, of course, we've got to talk a little bit about Russie's new contract. Then, of course, the Plumtree Peterson switch. And then, of course, I just want to talk about those red cards a little bit, you know. The discipline within SA Rugby. The South Africans, they're always, the victims.
You really want to go there?
I want to go there because they're the victims. But listen here, what was that dumbass's name from the Bulls that stamped on the other guy?
It wasn't the Bulls.
Was the Bulls? The Bulls were up and then they got that red card, didn't they?
Got the red card, yeah.
Yeah. So that was some kind of doers doing that, man. That's just the problem. But let's move on. Let's get into the show. First of all, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Very important. We are at 19,302. As you can see at the bottom there, underneath the word subscribe. Big thank you to everybody. Hearts out to all of you guys. Thanks a lot, man. And then, of course, the email on top there if you want to get hold of us. A lot of people have been getting hold of us. At the moment, it's still all good stuff, so that's nice to know. That is nice to know. So the email also runs down the bottom of the screen, guys. Don't worry, it's always there. It's always there, the email. But let's start off with this fantastic 7's. That's why I've got the picture of Cape Town Stadium in the background there. That was there yesterday. First of all, the atmosphere must have been sensational. I saw a lot of people in party atmosphere, good weather, around about 30 to 35,000 people. And, from a South African point of view, it finished on a high, It did finish on a high. So let's have a look at that. Let's have a look. We'll go through all the the ranking games. For that 7th spot, at the women's, Fiji got the 7th spot. They beat Great Britain there, 43-7. Australia men, after being in the final last week, Vern, they finished 7th, beating Spain 24-12.
Crazy.
Aussies, oi, I would say. And then at the ladies' side, Japan beat Canada for that 5th spot, 12-10.
Right. And
New Zealand, also a finalist last week, dropping all the way to 5th this week. They beat Great Britain 27-12. Then the two French teams in the third place playoff, one by the women, one by the men, obviously. The women, they beat the USA 15-12 in a very good game. That was a last-second try there. I really enjoyed that. They've got this one lady there playing for the 7's there for France. Her name is Lou Noël. Unfreaking believable. This woman is fantastic, man. Then on the men's side, Fiji got that 3rd spot, and that is important when we look at the standings afterwards. They beat France 26-19. What you expect from Fiji? Flamboyant, nice offloads. That's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. And then I'm in love with Australian 7 women's rugby.
What's her name?
Her name, Madison Ashby.
Okay.
No, but Madison Levy was good. I mean, they had a great. I mean, they had an unbelievable. They played unbelievable then. What are you looking at?
What's the name again? I'm writing it up.
Madison Ashby. They got a few good players there. Very good rugby players. No,
right.
They beat their big nemesis from the other side of the Tasman there. They beat New Zealand 26-12. No, they dominated. They violated. They annihilated New Zealand. It was a good game there. Even Lily B says the Aussie ladies were freaking awesome yesterday. I love that. And then, of course, the men's final. And I blocked somebody for 24 hours during the men's final. I just couldn't handle it anymore because we were down 19-5, and then our friend the Jan come on. Oh, it's all over. It's done. It's everything. And I said we're going to still win, and we did win. And I thought, as punishment, I have to block him 24 hours.
You mean Jan Ray?
Yeah, Jan Ray, not Jan Lou. Yes, exactly. And but I got to say, the player of the tournament is the Argentinian Luciano Gonzalez. Vern, he is a hybrid of Jasper Visser, Cheslin Colby, and Damien Delinde all in one.
I think he's played for the 15 team as well.
This guy was running wild yesterday. But listen here, the Blitzbokke had some fantastic. I mean, everybody played well for the Blitzbokke. But I think there's two people I have to mention. And one is the Don, El Dol Corleone, Donovan Don. He was sensational. And then again, Sheldon van Wyk.
Yep.
They kept South Africa in the game, and we won it at the depth. So fantastic 7's there for us. I mean, the final. I was sweating, man. I mean, I'm already got a fever, but I was sweating. It was unbelievable. So everybody on this channel, the next one is in Singapore at the end of January. The timing won't be so nice for me in the mornings and stuff like that, but every game of the Singapore will be live on this channel.
Your friend's back.
My friend's back. Yes, Jan Ray. I blocked your ass for 24 hours, you negative son of a whatever. There you go. So they were the winners yesterday. Let's have a look at the standings. We'll go first to the ladies. And on top of the table, we have the Aussies and New Zealand, both on top there with 38 points, followed by the Japanese. At the bottom of the table, we have Great Britain, but they're just building up a program. I don't understand, Vern. Can you explain to me why? Italy, Ireland, there should be a lot more 7's teams because it's a good platform to start your rugby federation to move it up. I also would like to see the Argentinian ladies, and where are the Lady Bokke or whatever you want to call them? I know they're in the second division, but they got to come right, man. There you go. Then on the men's side, we have three teams with the exact same amount of points. South Africa, Fiji, and New Zealand on top of the table with 32, followed by the French, Australia, Argentina, Great Britain, and Spain. See, Spain is using this as a good plan. Listen, this 7's rugby. If they do this correctly, and I think they're doing a fantastic job with these tournaments all over the world. You have Singapore, you have one in New York, then you have in Perth, Hong Kong. I mean, it's fantastic. It's unbelievable. I think if they push this, it's going to be great, and I can't wait for the next Olympics.
Yep.
There you go. So yeah, that was the 7's. It was really exciting, Vern. It was exciting. It was good. Next time we both need to get into that because for me it was Saturday from 9 o'clock. 6 hours. It was Sunday. It was like I was doing live shows for 11 hours on Sunday. It kind of got to me at the end of the evening. I fell asleep early. But it is what it is.
Trouble, man. Keeps you out of trouble.
It is. But here we go. Now we've got to talk about, before we get into we'll talk about Rugby afterwards. Get into that Investec Cup. Here we go. Investec Cup. Look. They're the results on the table. I mean, if you watch all our shows, morning shows, we've given you a lot of the results. But we'll do the results from yesterday again. I mean, look, Selection Paul was losing to Northampton Saints. Toulouse not beating, annihilating, thrashing, embarrassing. That's embarrassment. 56-19. I did that game. I was losing my freaking shit. Gloucester beat Custers 34-14, and Edinburgh beat Toulon 33-20, which I think is a great result. But you can see, other than the Stormers, I'll take the Stormers out of the picture. They're doing great. But the South African teams are a freaking disgrace in this competition. I read an article from one of the English ex-national players, and he says he does not understand. This is the pinnacle of club rugby. This is the best club rugby competition in the world. The French take it seriously, the Irish take it seriously, the Scots take it seriously. I mean, even the freaking Welsh take it seriously. But nah, the Bulls subpar teams out there, the Sharks subpar teams. We saw it last year. They don't take this serious. If I was the, what's his name, the Investor Cup, I'd hoy them out.
No. The Sharks didn't take it seriously. The Bulls had a lot of box in their team.
But when the box came on, they got worse.
It got worse. They did get worse.
No. But look, I mean, that was a good result for the Stormers there against Bionnet. I think the Stormers, who did the Stormers have on the weekend? Well, we'll get into that on Thursday, but I do know the Sharks are going to face Saracens, another hammering coming. That's JP Peterson's first game, but we'll talk about him in a second.
And the Bulls have got Northampton, I think. Saints.
Yeah, so, it's going to... away.
Not looking good, man.
Away. So it's not looking good at all. But that was that Investec Cup. Now we've got to talk about this man, of course. Stormers have La Rochelle. Thank you, Yandre. If you stay positive, everything's good. Exactly. I also say, hoy the SA teams out. Hoy them out. Because, I mean, there's rather play the bloody Cheetahs. They try harder than the Sharks. You know what I mean? Invite the Super Rugby teams to this bloody competition. You know what I mean? It's just a disgrace. But let's talk about Rassie. Contract till 2031, which doesn't mean he's going to be there until 2031.
No, it doesn't.
People think because he signed a contract till 2031, he can be fired tomorrow, or he can decide to leave tomorrow. I mean, let's be honest. But I think Rassie, if he wins the World Cup in 2027, I mean, there's two scenarios for me. He wins the World Cup, he says to himself, fuck it, 3 times in a row. No one's achieved that. Let me go off into the sunset. Let me go coach the good old US of A, get a few $1 million a year, and get some money that is life-changing for generations of my family. Or there's the other side, which I actually think is more Rassie-like, where he's going to go, no, fuck it, boys. I'm going to get rid of all the old boys, the Leroux's and the Kurbis's, and all of them are going to retire, and I'm going to show the rugby world that I can build a new team ready to win the World Cup in 2031 for the 4th time in a row. I think that's the kind of mentality Rassie has.
It's a tough one. I mean, he's got already nothing to prove anymore.
No, he's the greatest coach the world has ever seen.
Yeah, won it twice in a row. If he wins it 3rd time in a row, I would expect him to go.
Listen, if he wins it 3 times in a row, first of all, I'd expect some of those fucking stupid politicians there in South Africa to take the finger out their arse. I expect a statue of Rassie in Pretoria in front of Parliament and one in Cape Town. I think we should have, you know that thing that we have in Brazil? What's that Jesus statue in Brazil?
Exactly.
On top of freaking Table Mountain. A 50-meter Jesus thing of Rassie on top of Table Mountain.
Vic, great minds think alike, because that's exactly
Rassie on top of Table Mountain with like a 50-meter statue. In a Springbok jersey. Come on. But like Lily B says in that contract, I think there's a lot of, clauses in that contract. Because Rassie's not letting himself be screwed around, because he wants all his staff also to get contracts. This man knows exactly what he wants. Look, if he does decide to once retire, then this man should actually become the president of SA Rugby. Just run the bloody show from the top down. Because the guys on top now, the only good thing they've done is give him a long contract, because he runs the show. Let's be honest.
That's true.
So that's Rassie. So we can all relax in South Africa now. He's under contract. He will be there for the 27 World Cup. If he's there for 31, we do not know. But it's looking good. But talking about contracts and new coaches and shit like that, I've prepared something special today. Let's start off with Plumtree. Well, as a lot of people on this channel know, I call him Dumtree.
True.
But maybe I'm a little bit too harsh. I'm feeling in consoling mood today. I don't blame him. I actually only want him to get out of there. I want him gone so that the players have no more excuses. Because obviously he made mistakes. You're the coach, the fish always rots from the head downwards. But I don't think he did a good job. But I don't blame him, because some of the Springboks just don't ever turn up for the Sharks. I mean, it's like we earn our money there. It's like It's like an old age home. They're just kind of retiring there at the Sharks. But let's talk about the guy that's going to replace him, okay? Now, I don't know how much coaching experience this man has, but it is our old friend there, JP Peterson. Man who was born in Stellenbosch, right around the corner from where we used to live.
Vic, I mean, come on. He coached the Currie Cup team, which was crap.
Yeah.
I really don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't know if he's the right man for the job. But listen, can he do any worse than Plumtree?
Well, look. See, that is the great thing when you're taking over from Plumtree. It doesn't matter. We could even give the bloody team to Janre, the negative bugger. He couldn't do worse. Because when you've hit rock bottom, how the hell is there anywhere else to go? I mean, once you're underground, you can't go further, man. You can only go up, you know? So, Jake White to become new Sharks coach. Not a lie, that's the truth. Oh my God, it's going from worse to worse. But you know, JP Peterson, he did play 70 times for the Springboks. He was, how do you say, on the other wing from Brian Abana, as you told me.
I don't know what those Sharks players do, but once for sure, they don't rock up for the Sharks.
I mean, he's a world champion. He won a world championship in 2007. Sorry. So let's see what he does. But let's get rid of these guys because I got to talk about something. Because obviously we're talking about the Sharks, right? So everybody, look, this is the Sharks logo, right? We know that it's got this fearsome shark. Let me show you, man. You know, it comes from a great white shark. You know, the apex predator of the ocean. I mean, stealth, perfectly built to kill, to catch other fish and seals and all that stuff. It's like the greatest animal on the planet. It's the best built animal on the planet, right?
Millions years of evolution,
It knows exactly what it has to do at all times. It is like the perfect built animal on the planet, right? That's the Sharks, right?
Yeah.
That should be what we as a Sharks fans are striving for. But now what do we get? We get this, man. And I chose a black and white guppy, a clownfish, that it fits into the colors of the Sharks. We are bloody clowns, man. The Sharks are run like a circus, man. We got clownfish in there. So what I thought was, I'm going to help the Sharks out, or the clowns from now on. And that's our old logo, and boys and girls, that's the new one.
Beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? The new logo for the Hollywood clownfish. Because we're a bunch of clowns. I can't say it any other way. So from now on, that logo will be on all of our, what's his name? Every time I cover the Sharks, I'm using that logo until they start winning. Because they're the clownfish, man. They're a bunch of flipping clowns. They make Pinocchio look good, man. Man, it is. Look, they're clownfish. That's all I got to say. So that is the new logo of the Sharks. I was so pissed when I did this. I was thinking of sending them the clownfish, the Sharks organization, this logo, and telling them, do you actually want to change your logo? But I thought, I'd get into shit street most probably for that. You know, I'm gonna get hammered for this already. I know it. But the new clownfish. There you go. Look, South African rugby. We've got to say one thing. We are not, as good as our Springboks are, world domination. Our club teams are cuck. They don't do South Africa proud.
No.
The Blitzbokke come out, do us proud yesterday. The women's rugby go to England at the World Cup, do us massively proud. Great thing. The Springboks, the men's team, always do us proud. But these are flipping onnozele bliksems. On the club rugby, the Bulls suck, the Sharks suck, the Lions suck. I mean, all your Sharks gear is invalid. You know what? I need to patent that. I'm gonna make a T-shirt with that on it. I think that's, anybody wants that T-shirt, let me know. I'll start. We'll start making the clownfish because it's terrible, man. It's terrible.
What the hell's with your voice, man?
My voice is going. I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed. Now we still got to talk about that discipline that I mentioned at the end, right? I mean, you saw the game on Saturday. Wasn't that stupid? That stomping.
That was the Stormers player that did that. Was Ade Smith.
An idiot.
And absolutely, not just once, he stamped on him twice.
So I hope he gets 10 games.
He only got a 20-minute red card.
I don't give a shit. So,
But
do we have a problem in SA?
have we always had a problem? Our boys are aggressive, man.
Yeah, but you've got to channel your aggression for goodness.
Yeah, it's true.
You've got to be more like Bucky's
don't-
Buerta. Never got a red card.
Bucky's was a choir boy.
Bucky's, can I tell you one thing? Bucky's was just lucky there were no bloody cameras in those days checking everything 100 times. If there was TMO in Bucky's era, I think he would be in some gulag now. Because, I think they would have locked him up. They would have locked him up. But Plumtree is staying with the Sharks. He's just not coaching anymore. That's what you do in good company. See, in a lot of companies, that's what happens. If you don't know what to do with a worker because he's cuck, you promote him away. You give him a new role higher up where he can do no damage. Because the hard workers are on the grassroots. Remember that.
True.
So we'll see. We will see. Yeah, maybe this weekend will be Sharks playing Saracens. I think the Sharks are going to have all their Springboks back for the Saracens game. If it gets better, now that's a different question. If I'm Peterson and I signed that new contract, right? The first thing I'm saying when I'm signing the contract is to take over for the Sharks. I'm saying to them, listen here boys, I'm not signing for call. I want the guarantees that these boys are playing next week. You can't have in the opening game, you can't play the Currie Cup team against Saracens. You get bloody murdered.
The game against Toulouse, even if they had all the Sparks there, they weren't going to win.
They wouldn't have won. They most probably wouldn't have won against Toulouse because Toulouse is, I told you guys yesterday on the chat, Toulouse got 60 million euro, 60 2 minutes, 60 million euros, 2 minutes Turkish, 60 million euros budget. You got Ramos over $1 million, you got Dupont only 1.5. They got some serious cash in that team, but that's still no excuse.
It's no excuse, and I also think, if you were a Sharks fan and you flew out to France to watch that game, what a load of bollocks.
No, you mean the clownfish.
A clownfish.
There you go, I'm going to leave that up. But listen, that's kind of our show for today. Don't forget, I will be live later. Are you going to join me for a little bit later?
I will join you, yeah.
So I'll invite you. We're going to have Manchester United against Wolves later. And then, of course, our morning show tomorrow. I know we're going to give Wolves their first 3 points.
We're going to lose tonight.
So we'll see about that. It's going to be interesting. But guys, that's the DEFCON Rugby Show. We'll be back with the same show on Thursday, 1700.
We're just taking a rerun. No, we're going to do a different.
Well, we'll do a different show, of course. We'll be looking ahead to the weekend. Maybe we'll know some of the lineouts. We'll know more information on the red cards and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm actually. I wish Christmas was over already and it was the end of January so I can do the 7's again because I've become a real 7's fan from this weekend on.
Cool, man.
So we'll see. Guys, let me sign off and then Vern can sign off. Have a great one.
Cheers, guys.
Ciao, guys.